What's up, guys? Welcome to Salinger Says. I'm Salinger, and I hope your weekend was amazing.
Greetings, I am Toglin, Hell's Harlequin, and my weekend was quite lovely. Thank you very much for asking.
So, this weekend I got into a huge argument with someone online. Some straight white boy.
The moment I hear straight and white used as a pejorative, I have a general idea of the type of person I'm dealing with. But continue, my good sir.
Decided he wanted to lecture me on what it means to approach people with problematic opinions and potential allies.
So I'm guessing you would not ally yourself with someone you deem to be unideologically pure.
So I wanted to make this video basically starting off, what is an ally?
Ally, noun. A state formally cooperating with another for military or other purposes, typically by treaty. Verb. Combine or unite a resource or commodity with one another for mutual benefit.
And as I continue with these videos, do other ones like how to be an ally, what not to do as an ally.
Are you attempting to start a war?
And I think this is going to take a lot of help. I'd really love if people commented, sent me emails, send me messages, letting me know what they think an ally is and what an ally should do also, because I don't have all the answers.
If you do not have an appropriate answer, then why would you make a video titled "What is an Ally?"
Okay, so what is an ally? Opening music.
And people accuse me of being cringy.
An ally is essentially someone who is not only believes that a certain oppressed group deserves certain rights and abilities and whatnot. It's someone who actually stands next to them, right? Who joins the fight.
For the context you are using that term, advocate would be a much more appropriate word to use, such as I am a men's rights advocate, not ally.
But that's a very simplistic look at it, but it's way more complicated than that.
Oh my, we're about to get the quantum mechanics version of allyship.
So, an ally to an oppressed group has certain things that they have to do. And
Buddy, I think you're going to need to be just a little bit more specific.
Let me tell you this. I think from the dawning of time to now, it has never been people don't know specifically what it means to be an ally.
If they are attempting to learn the definition from you, I can understand the source of their confusion.
Not only that, people think that you're an ally just if you accept, right? So they're like, oh, you're a brown person, you're a black person, you're a gay person, you're a woman, right? I accept you, therefore I'm an ally. And that is something that I think needs to go away.
You heard it firsthand, ladies and gentlemen. Your tolerance isn't good enough.
Allyship should be something that is earned, right? So just accepting or thinking we deserve the same rights as you or other groups does not make you an ally. There has to be more to it.
Sorry, I'm white. Sorry, I'm male. Sorry, I'm white. Sorry, I'm male. Sorry, I'm white. I'm sorry, I'm male. Why? Why am I a monster?
Because if that's what it takes to get through the door, then that's all people want to do. So I've had people tell me things like, well, I think that you deserve equal rights, so therefore I'm an ally. I'm like, no, absolutely not.
Apparently you're not too fond of Scotsmen either.
There's way more to it because it should be more complicated than that. Because the topic is more complicated than that.
Now, is it truly more complicated, or are you just overcomplicating things?
And when allyship comes as you're an ally based on what you think, then I think you're missing the point of what it means to be an ally. And you should be an ally based on what we think.
The world we are preparing, Winston, is a constant victory, a constant triumph. You are beginning to accept it. You'll soon welcome it. And finally, become part of it.
It should be us who gives you that title, not you who just, I went into a phone booth and I came out and now I'm suddenly an ally. Like, that's not how it works. It should be granted by us through earned stripes, right?
A future where freedom becomes slavery, where privacy is forbidden.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't help myself. The truth is, these people are rather terrifying in a subtle way.
And I think that that's something that people miss. So what is an ally? An ally is someone who has earned their basically their badges with the oppressed group that they're trying to be an ally to.
I really had no idea that being an SJW was a lot like being a Boy Scout.
But earning those is what we'll talk about in a different video, right?
I'm on the edge of my seat with anticipation.
So earning them. So we'll get to that. But what is an ally? Someone who listens. That's probably the biggest thing about an ally, is they have to listen, because it's not about you. It's about the group.
It is impossible to understand neo-progressivism or the motivations of neo-progressive activists without understanding the dichotomy of individualism and collectivism. While this paradigm has fallen out of public discussion in the modern day, a century ago it was a common method to understand the purpose and consequences of political ideologies. Merriam-Webster defines individualism and collectivism as follows. Individualism. 1. A doctrine that the interests of the individual are or ought to be ethically paramount. Also the conception that all values, rights, and duties originate in individuals. 2. A theory maintaining the political and economic independence of the individual and stressing individual initiative, action, and interests. Collectivism. A political or economic theory advocating collective control, especially over production and distribution. 2. Emphasis on collective rather than individual action or identity.
So listen, and for lack of a better way of putting it, shut up and listen.
You heard him. Just listen and believe, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not gonna go back in history and tell allies to shut up and listen. No, I'm saying, that's what it basically comes down to. Shut up and listen. Because your job is not to talk right now. Your job is to listen to those who are oppressed, to those who are suffering.
The progressive stack determines all social hierarchy from now on.
And your job is to not correct them, right? Your job is to
learn your place, you cis white allies.
There's a difference between genuinely saying, hey guys, have you thought about coming about this in this way, right? And that type of constructive criticism. There's a difference between that and then this no, you're doing that wrong. No, sorry, that's wrong. You're not going to get allies that way. Shut up. Shut up.
The echo chamber is strong with this one.
Good. I just have witnessed so many people who claim they're an ally to my communities who I don't see as allies to my community.
And what did Scotsman ever do to you?
And that's because what it means to be an ally is so paper thin, right? It's a basic definition on a paper.
Your similes are as obnoxious as bad goth poetry written by a 13-year-old on DeviantArt.
That has robbed us of any type of texture, of thick texture or thickness of allyship that would make the best allies we could possibly think of.
I yet again refer to my earlier statement.
Not to say we've never had them, because we have. History shows us that.
You're probably referring to a time when there was more legitimate issues to tackle.
But to now, at this day and age, it's very hard to think of allies when all they want to do is talk and silence us.
Maybe that's because when you get a chance to talk, you mostly just prattle on.
Anyways, I'm going to make more videos about the subject. Probably go live later tonight. We'll see how I feel after the gym. Until then, please comment, share, like this, ask your friends what they think. I'd really love to know. This isn't a topic that I think is easy to talk about. It's very difficult. And so I would love to hear what other people think. What is an ally? Anyways, so subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your mom, tell your dog. Tell everyone. All right, awesome. Until next time, stay powerful.
Anyways, my lovely viewers, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I wish all of you a pleasant rest of your day.